shining on the Western Division. Check him out on the court. Now, you're one of those guys in high school who really could have gone any direction, played any sport.
Well, I played all three sports in high school, and I only weighed 165 pounds, so when I went to be recruited in football, I knew that football was not the sport. I wanted to play both baseball and basketball professionally if I could, but didn't work out that way.
You know, like, I would assume baseball's easier on your body, and the money ain't bad either. Why did you go basketball?
Well, I originally chose baseball. I was playing pro baseball right out of high school, and I thought that that was going to be my career. But, you know, 220 batting average, curveballs, messed that up a little bit, changed my mind. But, you know, but playing for the Celtics, I got drafted by Boston while I was in Toronto. I really did like baseball. Celtics fans.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder I didn't get booed. I'm used to getting booed when I come to L.A.
No, you know what?
Celtics fans in here.
See, it's interesting. Let's talk about getting booed. It's interesting that I know you're aware of it, but it's basically because you're a passionate guy on the court, right? Or are you a whiner? Why do you think they react like that?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons, but one of them is I do whine a lot on the court. But, you know, I don't whine as much as Magic whines. Come on.
Not at all.
No way.
No, wait. Magic would admit that he whines. He would admit that if he were here.
But I think a lot of it, I make a lot of facial expressions out there. I play with a lot of emotion, and, yeah, I don't mind it.
What did you learn from Larry Bird?
Oh, man. I think that the most I learned from Larry Bird was how to prepare for games, things off the court, how to be a professional. I thought that I was a pretty hard worker as a kid and in college and in baseball until I got to the NBA and saw Larry and how hard he worked. He taught me a great work ethic and great experience playing with Larry Bird.
Yeah. You know, I was at a basketball court one time, and they were talking about different guys. And brothers sitting around, you know, and they said, yo, give me Ainge in the clutch anytime, man. And that was an interesting statement. You have that kind of reputation with people. People know that you have veins full of ice water.
Well, I love to play, you know. I think that's one thing that I missed about Portland was I wasn't getting a chance to play very much in the fourth quarter. And I really missed that, except when guys fouled out. And that's one reason why I'm having fun playing in Phoenix right now is I get a chance to play in those fourth quarter. But that's the ultimate compliment when someone says you can play in the clutch and do well.
You know what? And you know what didn't hurt at all? Let's look at that. Sandy, show me that old clip from college. This is when...
And there are 8 seconds to go. Ames against Paxton. 5 seconds. Inside.
Oh! The distance, man. The distance.
You know, it's funny, everywhere I go, that was 13 years ago, and everywhere I go, everybody brings that up. Yeah, people either love me because I beat Notre Dame, or they have not forgiven me because I beat Notre Dame, but that was a highlight of my career right now.
In your mind, did you ever think, let me give it up, I might get it stolen? I mean, you did some fancy stuff there, you went all the way, you committed.
Well, actually, I thought I was going to have to give it up. I thought they were going to trap me or fall back in a zone, but they picked me up full court, and I was able to just weave my way down the court and all the way to the basket.
Yeah. Now, I've seen you at the Forum and at the Sports Arena here in town many times, just unconscious, man, from every place.
On the front row, rooting for the Lakers.
Well, you know, that's my job.
Well, you know, I went to get tickets. My father was in town in Phoenix. I went to get tickets to the game, and I went up to Binky's office. Binky's in charge of the Suns. And she said, well, I don't have those seats available. Arsenio's in the front row tonight. I said, this is my father. Arsenio's a Laker fan. And she said, and, you know, what's up with that?
But I love to come up and see you guys. I mean, you got some classy guys, Kevin and Charles, and I owe your dad one.
All right.
I owe him one.
Maybe my dad would love to be on your show.
Well, bring him in.
All right.
Bring him in. You know, I did Cotton. I might as well do Dad, too.
Yeah,
you
my
know?
dad, he would be much better than me, or Charles, or anybody. He'd be great on the show.
Okay. Cool. Now let's talk about shooting. I've seen you hot. Everybody's cold sometimes, though. When you're cold, what goes through your mind?
You know, it really doesn't change that much. I had a real good game the other night, and everybody said, what's the feeling like? You know, where you feel like the baskets are big. But 2 nights before, I was 1 for 9 shooting 3-pointers against Minnesota, and I felt the same. You know, I felt like I was going to make the next shot and make the next shot.
So you don't find yourself, after missing 5 times in a row, saying, oh, boy.
I think I'm the opposite. I think if I miss 5 in a row, I want to shoot the next 5 in a hurry. I mean, I just love to shoot. I have a great deal of confidence in my shooting, and I feel like I'm always going to make the next one, whether I've made the one before or missed the one before.
Yeah. Do you remember the days when you played against Mr. Barkley?
Yes, I do.
What were those nights like?
I love playing against Charles. Charles talks on the court nonstop, and I used to love talking with Charles and talking trash back and forth with him, and he was a lot of fun to play against.
Now, a big guy like that I mean, you know, you're bigger than me, but Charles makes us both look like, you know, the cast of Little House on the Prairie, you know? He's a big man. Does a man that size scare you coming in the hole?
Not really. You know, when Barkley or Karl Malone come to the basket, you know, you can usually find a way to stop them. Maybe...
He should go on and finish that story, shouldn't he?
Yeah. Charles don't really scare me because I can just foul him because he can't shoot free throws. The guys that scare you are like Drexler and Jordan. When they come to the hole, you know, they're going to be on some poster in some kid's bedroom with you looking up at him, dunking on you, trying to foul him.
Yeah. What are your memories of this gentleman before you played with him?
Well, I always loved playing against Danny Ainge because he brings it every night. And we used to have such a bitter rivalry with the Celtics. And he used to always get to fight with somebody on our team. But I always respected him. And I tell you what, it's one of the highlights of my career, and I say it just because he's here. This is one of the highlights of my career, getting a chance to play with him.
Yeah. Yeah. And we love having you here, Danny. We'll be right back. Danny Ainge, Charles Barkley, we'll be right back.
This week, People unravels the mystery behind the disappearance of Julia Roberts. From superstar to self-imposed exile. What made her quit? Who keeps her going? And what's next? Plus, Laugh-In's 25th reunion and much more. All in this week's People. Pick it up today.
TQ Studios get something new. It's a hairspray breakthrough. New Mighty Mist hairspray. It's the latest news. It's micro-diffusing. That's a mist that's so fine. It's even all over every time. Mighty hold, you can touch. Not too little, not too much. So Mighty Mist hairspray. It's micro-diffused. Get the mic. Touch it. Mighty Mist from L'Oreal. Get the mic. Hey, come here. I got it. After 25 games, my daughter can give her soccer shirt a real workout. And her uniform could have faded beyond recognition after all those washings. But it hasn't, because I'm using Tide. Tide has Color Guard, so it tackles most tough stains and helps prevent the colors from fading. So if she doesn't grow too much, this uniform might even last another season.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime. For relief without alcohol. Hit the box, not the bottle.
Oh, Burger King. It's an oasis.
I love this place.
I've got 2 flame-broiled burgers, 2 fries for $2.
Who are you?
You're the Burger King man.
That's the rumor floating around town. Did you know you could get that deal? 2 flame-broiled burgers, 2 fries for $2.
Think it's a good deal?
Yeah, it'll work. 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 guys, $2. Too cool. They show away right away. I love this place.
You can make your child's day each tomorrow bright. You can make their life seem right. Take the time to give and care for kids' sake.
next Kung Fu, the legend continues.
It's about death.
An author exposes a secret society.
I think he may have offended the wrong people.
Anybody connected with the book is gonna die. That's the mark of a shadow assassin.
And Kane faces his toughest opponent.
A man who can kill you with his thoughts. So there's no defense against the assassin? No. If you stand in my way, if you fight him, you die? I will kill you.
Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Wednesday night at 9 on KPTV 12. Get to the Arsenio Hall show. Stay at the new Hotel Nico at Beverly Hills. Once you get here, you know you've arrived. Conveniently located on the cutting edge of Los Angeles, it's LA's newest statement of style and elegance.
Thank you all very much. Peace, break number 1. We got 5 seconds. Y'all want to say goodbye to Phoenix or anything?
No, I just want to ask Charles about the Super Bowl. He's a big Bills fan.
Good night.